My name is Jack Miller, and for a long time I believed loyalty was enough. If you stay honest, my wife Emily used to say, life stays simple. I believed her. I built my days around that idea. I woke early, worked late, and came home tired but proud. You're working too hard again, Emily said one night, standing in the kitchen. It's just a busy season, I told her. I'm doing this for us. She smiled. I know. I appreciate it. Those words mattered to me. They still do. Ryan Brooks, my best friend since college, used to tease me about it. Man, you trust too easily, he said over beers. Not everyone thinks like you. I married the right person, I said. That's different. Ryan laughed. I hope you're right. Emily and I had been married 8 years. 8 solid years, I thought. We talked about the future like it was guaranteed. One day, she said, we'll have a bigger house. I nodded. And less stress. She'd laugh and say, that's on you. I handled the money, but I let her manage the accounts. You're better with details, I told her. You sure? She asked once. I trust you, I said, without thinking. That word came easily to me. Trust. I gave it freely. Most nights followed the same rhythm. Dinner's ready, Emily called. I'd loosen my tie and sit across from her. How was work? She asked. Long, I said. How about you? Busy, she replied. Lots to handle. I didn't ask questions. I thought that was respect. Ryan noticed things I didn't. She's on her phone a lot, he said once. She's managing things, I answered. That's her role. She used to tell you everything, he said quietly. People change, I told myself. Marriage isn't about constant talking. It's about trust. One night, Emily said, I changed some passwords. That's fine, I said. Whatever you need. She hesitated. You don't want to know them? No, I said. I trust you. She looked at me for a second too long. Okay, she said. I missed that moment. I miss many like it. At work, my boss said, you're reliable, Jack. That's rare. Someone has to be, I replied. I liked being dependable. I liked being needed. Ryan asked me again, you happy? I am, I said. I have everything I need. At home, Emily leaned against the counter and said, sometimes I feel stuck. I frowned. Stuck how? Just stuck, she said. Life feels small. We're building something, I said. It takes time. She nodded, but she didn't look convinced. That night, she turned away in bed. You okay? I asked. Just tired, she said. I accepted that answer. The weekends were quieter. You should rest, Emily said on Saturdays. I'll catch up later, I replied. Deadlines don't wait. She watched me from the doorway. You always choose work. I choose us, I said. There's a difference. Ryan texted me once. Game tonight? Can't. I typed back. Work. He replied, one day you'll miss these nights. I didn't answer. Emily started going out more. Just dinner with friends, she said, grabbing her coat. Have fun, I told her. Text me when you're home. I will, she said. Sometimes she didn't. When I asked, she said, you worry too much. Only because I care, I answered. She smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. You're sweet, Jack. One evening Ryan said, you ever feel like you're alone even when she's there? No, I said quickly. Why would you ask that? He sighed. Just checking. Emily once looked at our living room and said, this isn't what I imagined. We can change it, I replied. Tell me what you want. I don't know, she said. I thought you'd know. That confused me. I'm right here, I said. Talk to me. She nodded. Another time. I let it go. Before everything broke, my life felt steady. Predictable. Safe. I thought that meant strong. I came home early that day because my chest felt tight. You look pale, Emily said from the table. Papers were spread out. What's this? I asked. She didn't answer right away. Sit down, Jack, she said. My hands shook as I picked up the first page. Divorce? I whispered. I already filed, she replied. Why? I asked. Because this marriage is over, she said. I laughed once. You don't get to decide that alone. She crossed her arms. I already did. I flipped pages. The accounts are empty. I moved the money, she said. You can't do that. I did. My heart started racing. The house deed, I said. It's in your name now. She nodded. You trusted me. I stared at her. That was my mistake? Yes, she said calmly. You were too predictable. 8 years, I said. That means nothing? It meant comfort, she said. Not happiness. My phone buzzed. Ryan's name lit the screen. Emily watched me. Answer it, she said. I did. Hey man, Ryan said softly. Don't, I said. How long? I asked Emily. Long enough, she replied. You slept with him? I asked. She didn't flinch. I love him. Ryan spoke again. I didn't plan this. You planned enough, I snapped. Emily said, You were never here. I was working, I said. For us. She laughed. You worked for control. That's not true. You thought stability was love, she said. I wanted more. You took everything, I said. I took what I deserved, she answered. Ryan whispered. Jack, I'm sorry. Don't say my name, I said. You're not my friend. Silence filled the room. Emily gathered her bag. I'm staying somewhere else tonight. This is my house, I said. She paused. Not anymore. The door closed behind her. I stood there shaking. I checked my accounts again. 0. I walked through the rooms. Empty shelves. Missing photos. Missing laughter. My phone buzzed again. A bank alert. Another transfer. I dropped onto the couch. I trusted you, I said to the walls. No one answered. Night came quietly. I sat alone, realizing I lost my wife, my money, my home, and my best friend in one day. I walked to the bedroom. You planned this, I said out loud. My voice cracked. The closet was half empty. You erased me, I whispered. I called Emily. Straight to voicemail. I texted Ryan. Answer me. No reply. My chest burned. How could you? I asked no one. I sat on the floor. I was loyal, I said. Wasn't that enough? I remembered Ryan saying, Trust is rare. I laughed bitterly. You stole my life. I opened old messages. Emily once wrote, I feel safe with you. I deleted it. The silence felt louder than shouting. This isn't real, I said. But it was. I checked the calendar. Our anniversary circled in red. I crossed it out. You chose this, I told her memory. Outside, a car passed. Inside, nothing moved. I lay on the bed alone. Tomorrow I'll wake up, I said. And everything will still be gone. I stared at the ceiling until morning came. I stood again and paced. 8 years, I muttered. You replaced me. I opened the fridge. Empty shelves echoed my life. We planned kids, I said. We planned forever. My phone stayed silent. I sat at the table where we ate dinner. You looked me in the eyes, I whispered. You lied. Tears came without warning. Ryan, I said. You were my brother. I clenched my fists. Both of you chose greed. The house felt colder. I don't know who I am now, I admitted. The clock ticked. But I know what I lost. I stayed there, breathing, until the sun fully rose. I checked the door lock. This is real, I said. I grabbed my jacket. I have nowhere to go. I sat back down. Today changed everything. My reflection stared back. I won't forget this day, I promised. The house stayed silent. I was alone. I sank into the chair. Breathe, I told myself. The walls felt closer. One call ruined my life. I closed my eyes. I trusted the wrong people. My hands trembled. Nothing feels safe now. I stayed there until the light filled the room. This is the end, I said. Or the beginning. I didn't know yet. I just knew pain had won today. and tomorrow I would face it alone. That truth settled heavy in my chest, and it hurt beyond words. Forever. I slept in my car that night. The seat dug into my back. Just close your eyes, I told myself. They wouldn't stay shut. My phone stayed dark. No messages, I muttered. Figures. I skipped breakfast. I skipped lunch. You don't deserve comfort, I said. The words sounded like Emily's voice wearing mine. At work, Mark Reynolds stopped me. Jack, you look awful, he said. I'm fine, I lied. Sit, he said. You're shaking. Saturday, did you sleep? He asked. In my car, I answered. He nodded. Happened to me once. I looked up. You too. Different story, he said. Same pain. I swallowed. I keep replaying it, I said. Every word. Mark said, that's normal. She said I was predictable, I said. Maybe I was boring. No, he said. You were steady. That wasn't enough, I replied. It never is for people chasing more, he said. I laughed without humor. Ryan chose her. Mark frowned. The friend, ex-friend, I said. They took everything. They didn't take you, he said. I don't know who that is anymore, I admitted. I skipped dinner too. In the car, I said, what did I miss? The silence answered. I imagined Emily saying, you should have seen it coming. I argued back. I trusted you. The dashboard clock blinked. Revenge would feel good, I whispered. My hands felt weak. I can't even stand. The next morning, Mark handed me coffee. Drink, he said. Survival first. I want justice, I said. Later, he replied. First you eat. I stared the cup. I hate myself, I confessed. That voice isn't yours, he said. It's grief. I closed my eyes. She rewrote me, I said. Then write yourself back, he replied. I nodded. I feel small, I said. Pain does that, Mark answered. But it passes. I wanted to believe him. That night, I ate half a sandwich. Progress, I told myself. In the car, I said, I'm still here. The words felt thin but real. I wasn't seeking revenge yet. I was just trying to breathe. Rock bottom spoke softly. Stay alive, it said. I listened. The days blurred together. I avoided mirrors. You look broken, I told my reflection once. I heard Emily laugh in my head. You always overthink, she said. I answered out loud. I trusted you. Hunger came in waves. Ignore it, I said. At work, Mark asked. You eat today? A little, I said. Not enough, he replied. He sat beside me. Don't punish yourself for their choices. It feels deserved, I said. That's the damage talking, he said. I clenched my jaw. I want them to hurt, I admitted. Mark nodded. That's honest. But I'm tired, I said. Good, he replied. Rest before war. I slept in the car again. Rain tapped the roof. This is my fault, I whispered. I replayed Emily's last look. I took what I deserved, she had said. I argued. I gave you everything. The rain answered. Morning came gray. Mark handed me keys. Spare room, he said. No questions. I hesitated. I don't want pity. It's shelter, he said. Take it. I did. In the quiet room, I said, I'm still me. My voice shook. Maybe, I added, just smaller. I lay on the bed. I will stand later, I promised. Today I survive. The words felt weak, but they stayed. Rock bottom wasn't loud anymore. It sounded like breathing. And for now, that was enough. I sat up and checked my phone. Nothing, I said. I expected that. You matter, Mark had told me earlier. I repeated it slowly. I matter. It sounded strange. Shame still pressed on my chest. They saw weakness, I said. They used it. I thought about revenge again. Later. I reminded myself. Breathe first. I washed my face. One step, I said. I texted Mark. Thank you. He replied. Anytime. I looked out the window. Cars moved. Life continued. I'm still in it, I said. That surprised me. I grabbed a notebook. Write it down, I said. Don't forget this feeling. Hunger returned. I ate. Good, I said. I lay back down. This isn't healing, I admitted. It's surviving. I closed my eyes. That's enough for today. I stayed still and listened. My heart slowed. I'm not dead, I said. I'm hurt. The difference mattered. Outside, morning traffic hummed. I breathed again. Rock bottom didn't win today. I did. And I promised myself I would keep listening tomorrow, no matter how painful it felt inside me. I heard Emily laughing at the cafe. My new life is amazing, she said. I stayed outside. He never saw it coming, she added. Someone replied, you deserved better. I felt heat rise. Don't go in, I told myself. I didn't. I walked away. This ends now, I said. That night, I called Dr. Laura Bennett. I need help, I said. I feel erased, she replied. Come tomorrow. In her office, she asked, why are you here? I said, I let people define my worth. She nodded. Then we changed that. I told her, I trusted loyalty. She said, loyalty without boundaries invites harm. I wrote that down. I don't want revenge, I said. I want control. She smiled. That's healthier. I started documenting. Bank transfers, I said aloud. Property changes. I scanned emails. Everything, I told myself. Mark asked, you okay? I answered, I'm focused. He said, that's new. I replied, it's necessary. Dr. Bennett asked, what do you feel? I said, calm. She said, that's restraint. I stopped checking Emily's social media. No reactions, I told myself. I organized files at night. Dates, I whispered. Amounts. The urge to confront burned. Not yet, I said. Dr. Bennett warned. Silence is power. I repeated it. Emily texted. We should talk. I replied. Email me. She sent nothing. Good, I said. Mark said, you're different. I answered, I'm choosing myself. Dr. Bennett asked, what do you want? I said, my life back. She replied, then build it. I opened a notebook. Rules, I wrote. Eat. Sleep. Work. Document. I followed them. Emily called once. I didn't answer. Discipline. I whispered. Dr. Bennett said, you're grieving. I said, quietly. She nodded. That's strength. I overheard Emily again later. He's still broken, she said. I smiled. Let her think that. I told myself. I saved another file. Evidence, I said. Mark asked, you want revenge? I said, I want justice. He nodded. Timing matters. Dr. Bennett said, self-worth grows with action. I acted. I exercised. Breathe, I said. I slept. Rest, I said. I worked. Focus, I said. The anger cooled. Control, I reminded myself. Emily remained loud. I stayed silent. Power shifts quietly, Dr. Bennett said. I believed her. I checked my list. Almost ready, I thought. I didn't rush. Patience, I said. One night, I said out loud, I'm not reacting anymore. The room felt steady. This is my choice, I added. I closed the notebook. I'm rebuilding, I said. Emily had no idea. That was the point. I stayed late again. You're still here? Mark asked. Yeah, I said. I'm building something. He nodded. That fire's back. I smiled. It never left. I called Sophia Turner the next morning. I need clarity, I told her. She replied, bring everything. In her office, she said, Emily used timing and trust. I asked, can I fix it? She said, you can protect yourself. I leaned forward. Show me. She pointed at statements. Here, she said. And here. I said, she planned this. Sophia nodded, but she rushed. That helps me, I asked. It gives you leverage, she replied. I worked harder. Overtime again? My boss asked. Yes, I said. I want responsibility. He smiled. Earn it. I did. Sophia called. You're learning fast. I said. I'm motivated. She replied. Good. I started sleeping better. Progress, I told myself. Emily saw me one evening. Still pretending, she asked. I said, I'm busy. She laughed. You always were. I met her eyes. Not for you. She paused. You think you've changed? I answered. I know I have. She scoffed. You're still predictable. I smiled. That's what you think. She walked away. I didn't look back. Sophia said, that reaction mattered. I said, I didn't feel small. She replied, that's growth. I reviewed contracts. Ask questions, Sophia said. I did. Protect assets, she said. I listened. At work, Mark said, promotion's coming. I replied, I'm ready. Emily texted, you look tired. I replied, I'm focused. She sent a laughing emoji. I deleted it. Sophia warned, don't signal. I said, I won't. I stayed patient. Slow wins, I reminded myself. Emily mocked again later. You'll burn out, she said. I answered, maybe. Inside, I felt calm. You're different, Mark said. I'm disciplined, I replied. Sophia said, you're reclaiming control. I believed her. I tracked finances nightly. Order, I whispered. Emily didn't see the changes. Good, I thought. I didn't feel weak. I felt sharp. I looked at my reflection. You're capable, I said. The man staring back nodded. I went to sleep early. Rest fuels progress, I said. The next day, Sophia said, you're ready for the next step. I asked, which is? She smiled. Patience. I walked out lighter. Emily underestimated me. That was her last mistake. I kept working. I kept learning. I kept quiet. Focus replaced fear. Respect replaced shame. I wasn't rebuilding to prove her wrong. I was rebuilding because I finally believed I deserved better. I said that out loud. I deserve better. The words stayed. I carried them with me. I didn't rush. I didn't react. I moved forward, step by step. And for the first time, I trusted myself again. Emily's world started cracking without me touching it. Ryan called first. Jack, did you hear? He asked. Hear what? I replied. I lost my job, he said. That's rough, I answered. Emily's freaking out, he added. She depends on that income. I said nothing. You're not going to say anything? He asked. About what? I replied. He hung up. I stared at my phone. I didn't cause that, I told myself. At work, Daniel Harper approached me. You used to handle the books, he said. I did, I replied. Something feels off, he said. With Emily's numbers. I shrugged. You should ask her. He frowned. She avoids questions. I stayed quiet. That night, Emily texted. People are asking things. I replied. Then answer them. She wrote. You're enjoying this. I typed. I'm staying out of it. She didn't respond. Mark asked me, you okay? I said, I'm conflicted. Why? He asked. Because silence feels heavy, I replied. But it's still not revenge, he said. It's boundaries. I nodded. Daniel called again. Did Emily move funds without approval? He asked. I said, check the records. You won't deny it? He pressed. I won't lie, I answered. He exhaled. That's enough. I sat back. I didn't push, I whispered. Emily showed up later. You're letting them destroy me, she said. I'm not stopping them, I replied. You always protected me, she snapped. Not anymore, I said. She stared. You're cruel. I asked, was it cruel when you emptied our accounts? She looked away. Ryan's gone, she said. I noticed, I replied. Say something, she begged. About what? I asked. The truth, she said. That's what's coming out, I replied. She clenched her jaw. You're punishing me. I'm letting consequences speak, I said. She laughed bitterly. You think you're better now? I said, I'm quieter. Daniel emailed me. We're auditing everything, he wrote. I replied, understood. Guilt crept in. Am I enjoying this? I asked myself. Dr. Bennett's voice echoed. Silence isn't cruelty. I breathed. Ryan texted again. She's blaming you. I replied, she can. He wrote, you won. I answered, I didn't compete. Emily called late. I'm scared, she admitted. I said, I was scared too. She whispered, help me. I replied, I can't. She hung up. I sat alone. This feels wrong, I admitted. Mark said later, it didn't create the cracks. I said, I just stopped hiding them. Daniel stopped by. We found irregularities, he said. I believe you, I replied. Emily's reputation slipped fast. Whispers replaced praise. She texted, you're watching me fall. I typed, I'm watching the truth surface. She sent nothing. I questioned myself nightly. Is this revenge? I asked. Or karma? The answer stayed quiet. I hadn't shouted. I hadn't exposed. I had simply stepped aside. Emily lost allies. Ryan disappeared. Daniel pursued facts. I stayed still. Force isn't required, I told myself. Consequences move on their own. One evening, Emily passed me on the street. You look calm, she said. I replied, I am. She shook her head. I never thought silence would hurt more. I said, neither did I. She walked away slower than before. I felt no joy, only clarity. This is justice without hands, I whispered. The cracks widened. I didn't push. I didn't pull. I let go. And everything she built on lies began falling by itself. Emily called at night. Can we talk? She asked. Why now? I replied. Because I was wrong, she said. I stayed silent. Please, she added. Talk, I said. She breathed. I underestimated you. You underestimated loyalty, I answered. I thought I was smarter, she said. I thought control meant power. I said, power is walking away. She whispered, I'm losing everything. I replied, so did I. She said, you never fought me. I didn't need to, I answered. I thought you were weak, she admitted. I thought you'd beg. I said, I chose myself. She paused. I overestimated myself, she said. I see that now. I felt calm. I don't need this apology, I told her. I needed it, she said. That's the difference, I replied. She asked, do you hate me? I said, no, she waited. I don't feel anything, I added. Silence stretched. That hurts more, she said. I know, I replied. She cried softly. I ruined us. You chose yourself, I said. So did I. She said, Ryan left. I answered, he always would. He used me, she said. We both know that, I replied. She asked, can we meet? I said, no, why? She asked. Because I'm done, I said. She whispered, I miss you. I replied, you miss safety. She said my name. I said nothing. I really did love you, she said. Love doesn't steal, I replied. She inhaled sharply. You're different, she said. I had to be, I answered. The call ended. I felt steady. Ryan texted later. Can we talk? He wrote. I replied, 5 minutes. We met outside. You look fine, he said. I am, I replied. I messed up, he said. You chose betrayal, I answered. I thought it was love, he said. It was convenience, I replied. He said, you hate me. I said, I don't think about you. He flinched. That's worse, he said. Maybe, I replied. I lost everything, he said. So did I answered. You rebuilt, he said. I worked, I replied. He asked, can you forgive me? I said, I don't need to. He stared. You won, he said. I moved on, I replied. He nodded slowly. I misjudged you. Everyone did, I said. He left. I stood alone. This is control, I told myself. Emily's voice echoed in my head. I was wrong. I let it fade. I walked home calm. I didn't feel proud. I felt free. I said out loud, I don't need permission. The night felt quiet. I breathed deeply. This is my life now, I said. I went inside and locked the door. I didn't look back. I had already moved forward. I sat on the couch and said, I'm not shaking anymore. My phone buzzed again. It's really over, Emily said in a message. I typed, it ended months ago. She replied, I didn't see it then. I answered, you didn't want to. She wrote, I see you now. I typed, you see consequences. She paused, then sent, I regret everything. I responded, regret doesn't rewrite choices. She asked, are you happy? I considered it. I'm clear, I replied. She sent, that sounds lonely. I answered, it's peaceful. She didn't reply. I placed the phone down. That chapter is closed, I told myself. The room felt solid. I heard my own voice say, I survived. I replayed her words without pain. You underestimated me, I said softly. I checked the time. Late, I muttered. I stood and stretched. Tomorrow matters, I said. I poured water and drank. Small habits, I reminded myself. My phone buzzed again. Ryan wrote, I wish I'd been stronger. I typed, you chose easier. He replied, I lost respect. I answered, that happens. He didn't respond. I deleted the thread. No more anchors, I said. I opened the window. Fresh air, I whispered. The city hummed. Life continues, I said. I sat back down and thought, I don't need validation. That surprised me. I really don't, I repeated. Emily once said, you need approval. I smiled. You were wrong, I said. I picked up my notebook. Lessons, I wrote. Silence is strength. I closed it. Enough, I told myself. I lay down and stared at the ceiling. I'm not waiting anymore, I said. My chest felt light. This is dominance, I realized. Not loud. Not cruel. Just final. I closed my eyes. I choose my future, I said. Sleep came easily. In the quiet, I understood something simple. I didn't reclaim control by defeating them. I reclaimed it by letting go. And that felt permanent. I whispered, this is closure. I listened to my breathing. No more explanations, I said. The past stayed silent. Good, I murmured. I turned off the light. I'm done, I told the darkness. Tomorrow belonged only to me. Finally. I met Sophia one last time. You're clear, she said. No shared liabilities. I nodded. So it's done. She smiled. You're financially independent. I exhaled. That matters. She added, you did this patiently. I replied, I learned restraint. Mark called me later. Drinks, he asked. Maybe, I said. I'm finishing something. I sat alone at home. This feels quiet, I told myself. Emily texted once. The court date's final. I replied, I know. She sent, I lost the partnership. I answered, I'm sorry. I meant it strangely. She wrote, you're calm. I replied, I worked for that. She didn't answer. I opened the drawer and took out my wedding ring. This symbol held weight, I said. I turned it between my fingers. Not anymore. I walked to the river. A passerby said, nice night. I answered, it is. I held the ring. No anger, I said. No blame. I let it fall. It disappeared without sound. That's closure, I whispered. I went back home. Ryan emailed. I'm moving away. I replied, take care. He wrote, I regret everything. I answered, I accept reality. I closed the laptop. No applause, I said. Just peace. Sophia texted, proud of you. I replied, thank you. Mark knocked later. Beer, he asked. Sure, I said. He looked around. You look settled. I nodded. I am. He asked, you miss her? I said, I miss who I thought she was. He nodded. That passes. I said, it already has. Emily sent one last message. You won. I typed, I grew. She replied, that hurts. I answered, growth isn't gentle. She went quiet. I poured water. Health, I said. Mark laughed. New habits. Better ones, I replied. I check my accounts. Stable, I said. I check my calendar. Open, I said. Mark asked, any regrets? I thought. Trusting without boundaries, I said. But not loving. He smiled. That's balanced. I looked out the window. I didn't destroy her, I said. I stopped shrinking. Mark said, that's victory. I nodded. Without applause. He left. I locked the door. This is mine, I said. I sat down and breathed. No chasing, I said. No proving. My phone buzzed. Emily wrote, I miss the old you. I replied, so do I. She sent, can we talk someday? I answered, no, the word felt firm. I deleted the thread. Enough, I said. I cleaned the room. Order, I said. I made dinner. Care, I said. I ate slowly. Presents, I said. I opened my notebook. Lessons learned, I wrote. Growth beats revenge. I closed it. That chapter's done, I said. I lay down. I don't need validation, I said. I built my own. The ceiling looked calm. I'm free, I whispered. Sleep came easy. I woke early. New day, I said. I stretched. New rules, I added. I checked messages. None from her. Good, I said. I dressed for work. Purpose, I said. On the way out, I paused. I survived betrayal, I told myself, and became better. The door closed softly. Outside, the city moved. So do I said. I walked forward steady. No anger followed me. No noise. Just quiet confidence. Victory didn't cheer. It didn't need to. I carried it inside me. Every step felt earned. Every breath felt clean. This is enough, I said. And for the first time, it truly was. I stood in front of the mirror and said, you survived. The man stared